It died on me. Oh, anyway, this is my old 16 gauge Silverline budget nail gun, air driven, and it finally gave up. And I've had this thing. Oh, I've been using it for about 7 years, pretty much nearly every day actually. It's been a really good tool for something that's called Silverline and comes in really rubbish packaging. It's been a good contender, to be fair. It has been a good contender, and you can probably tell how much I've used it by how worn. It's even showing the pre-plating on the like a primer coat on the fitting there, on the connector. It's a bit brassy looking. But what happened was it went kaput. That's long short of it. So I took the bits to see what's going on, see if it's fixable. And I came to the conclusion that it wasn't kind of economical repair. There's just nuts and bolts in there. So you got that for your plunger or your piston, and it basically slides up and down inside this bit. And everything else seemed sort of okay. Everything else was all there and doing the job. But it decided that it had enough. Oh, hello! Welcome to my woodworking channel, Wally Bois, the place where you'll learn woodworking tips and tricks. And if you'd be most kind, hammer that subscribe button. Anyway, it's time to get back to the video. Now, this is what you call the hammer. So I call it the hammer because it's the bit that hits the nail. The nail gets hit by the end of this. So as it falls up and drives the nail into your workpiece. And that was fixed onto there. And also, it's supposed to be straight, which clearly, under a lot of force, got bent. Now, frankly, if I could get hold of one, I could probably just replace that. It looks to me that it's just bolts straight through this piston. But I decided, I've been using it for 7 odd years. It cost me at the time, I think, about 60, 70 euros. There was about, plus postage, so I probably paid about 78 euros for whatever it was. From England to France, and it has been a great little nail gun. There's no finesse about it. It's rough around the edges. It either bangs the nail in or it doesn't, but it works. It's been pretty reliable. I've had the odd jam up at the front here, but it's quite easy to clear. But it's quite, that's a rare occasion, and it's not usually an issue. And also on the on the cylinder line, the hair, you can see there's it's broken at the end as well. That's all gone. That's all gone. That's all had. So I bit the bullet and bought myself another one. So that's relegated to be buried in the concrete. I got myself a little Tackwise. So I've been using this one now for a little while now, and I say a little while, ever since that one broke. Because I had to. I needed a nail gun. Because I do use it quite a lot. It's very easy loading. It's a 16 gauge Tackwise nail gun. Really easy to load. It's a rare loading situation where it's a sort of side loading. This one you literally, remember rightly, you literally pulled that back on the side here, and then you top load across the top here. Really, let's be fair, that's actually quick and easy as well. Downside of this nail gun was that you happy nail it. Put your nails in your bit of wood, and you don't realise you run out of nails. But you're carrying on because you haven't thought to check. That's a pain, because you've made loads of holes in your bit of wood and there's no nails in them. So that's not great, is it? That was a downside. But it's so cheap. If you need a budget 16 gauge nail gun, I actually highly recommend these. For the money, ridiculous. Ridiculously good value for money. But this one, where it's better, is that you put your nails in. For instance, like so. And you can see you've got nails in because this is pushed back. But also, when you run out of nails, it stops working. You know that you've got no nails in because it's not doing anything. You go, nothing happens because there's no nails in it. So that's a great feature. It's a simple feature, but it's a great feature. Just like the little Silverline, you've got your depth adjuster. In this case, it's a lot more refined. You've got the depth adjuster's here for how far you punch those brads down. I'll say the 16 gauge brads, not the 18. You've also got like rapid fire and what have you on the trigger. This was no problem actually with the Silverline model, that the air deflector on the top, the screw, would work its way loose like this, and then it just keeps spinning around at you. And the amount of times I tightened that and put some tape on it and God knows what else, you know, every time there's a problem. You're okay for a bit, and then all of a sudden, a little bit of dust in your eye or something stupid. You know, get a bit mud in your eye. Whereas this one's more refined. It's definitely more sturdy. It's an Allen bolt on the top here, and it doesn't move basically. And it's never ever moved. I just put it away from my face, so I'm not going to blow a load of yucky dust or muck in my face. And it certainly does the trick. So this is the little Tackwise one, the 16 gauge, and I have to admit I'm very happy with it. Price wise, so this was 60 euros for that Silverline one, which is decided to give up the ghost. But don't forget, I think 7 odd years use, I think it's probably more than 7 years, but let's say 7 years use for something that costs that sort of money, and I use it a lot. You can tell the state of it, look at it. You know, got tape around the handle, splashed about, it's, you know, I'm going to look after it. I did oil it, that's what I did do, I did regularly oil them. The same with this one. You have to with these things, they rust inside otherwise. And obviously they're quite lubricant. But it's been a very good tool since I had it. So far, I'm very, very happy with it. Regarding its construction, it's pretty much all cast alley construction. Unlike this one, which is pretty much all cast there, but also the magazine itself is all metal as well. The Tackwise one has a plastic magazine arrangement. This feels like it's probably like a resin plastic, like sort of the high resin. Yeah, it's not weak, it's not rubbish. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. It hasn't caused me any problems either, so it's good. And I've only had one jam up with it since I've been using it, so that's not bad. And don't always blame your gun if you're getting jam ups. Don't forget that 9 times out of 10 it's actually the nails causing the jam up, because they're pretty made for, you know, for pittance, and the machining of them, you know, the way they're manufactured is quite poor. Sometimes they're a little bit unreliable. Here's 2 bits of wood. Let's nail them together. That's what happens. Right. Da da da. Ooh. But be careful. If you ever use one of these, make sure you got the right nails in for the job, and never ever hold it like this and actually use a nail gun like that, because you know, the nail can penetrate your piece of timber, even if, let's say for instance, you're doing 2 bits of wood like so, and you're doing that. I've had times in the past where nails actually flown the whole nail, because the wood's a bit shitty, it's actually pushed the whole nail and it's fired out the back, the whole nail. Well, if your hands are anywhere near there, or you, or any people, you know, your neighbours, that might not be a problem, your lawyer, you know, you could tend to have an issue. You think, you don't want that in your finger either, because I've done that, and it really hurts, especially if you get the bone. And the into going in's the problem, as they're coming out. That's where you get the real issues. Well, you managed to get to the end of my video. Well, either I must have grabbed your attention, or you just couldn't be bothered to click off. If you'd be most kind and subscribe, and maybe click the little bell icon, because then you'll get a notification every time I upload a new woodworking video. And I know you'd be excited about that. So, hammer that like button, hammer that subscribe button, and comment below.